Let's start with talking about what neuroscience says about the nervous system. If you'd like to take that bit, Judith, to give a little gravitas and help people understand this from a concrete point of view, not just an arbitrary, oh, this is my child being difficult or demanding.
Yes, being a sensitive person involves having a connection to their mirror neuron system, which is the compassion neuron system in the brain that's very intimate. And that it's been said that highly sensitive people have a hyperactive mirror neuron system,
Wow.
meaning we feel compassion all the time for everything, for every animal, for every plant, for every person, people we like, people we don't like. There's always, it's always coming out. But our mirror neuron system allows us to feel the pain of other people. And that's a plus and that's a minus. And so it's important to learn how not to absorb, what's going on in the world and other people, and still have this beautiful active mirror neuron system. And then another aspect of the neurochemistry of empaths and highly sensitive people is how dopamine is processed. Dopamine is the pleasure hormone. And it's been discovered that empaths and highly sensitive people, including kids, need less dopamine than other people. For instance, we get very satisfied sitting and reading a book by the fireplace. We don't need to go to a big concert at a huge stadium with everybody screaming and yelling and to get our dopamine fix. It's both dopamine. You get the dopamine doing both things, but we're quite happy with our little bit of dopamine because I believe that empaths and highly sensitives are more attuned to the dopamine and more attuned to the biochemical nuances of the body and responses. We don't need a big wallop dose of dopamine in order to feel it. So it's interesting. It's just that we're modulated at a different setting than other people. And it's not better, it's not worse. I'm not drawing comparisons like that, only to realize that people have different temperaments, people have different biological makeups. Your children might have a temperament different than yours that you will need to understand, that you might not relate to, which is fine because you will be able to relate to it. You begin to look at it and not be so scared there's something wrong with you, in quotes, with your child.
Yeah. That's such an important piece and something we really wanted to emphasize because there are parents here who are puzzled by their child's behavior. Sometimes it seems like the behavior is suggesting willfulness or oppositionality or defiance. And what's so valuable is to pivot in that thinking and to recognize that the behavior is quite often an announcement or a message from the child or from the child's nervous system saying, I'm at capacity. And the thing is, the nervous system of a more sensitive child, it's almost like it reaches full faster, right? So imagine two cups of water, and one cup already has a fair bit of water in it, and the other one doesn't have much. You can pour the same amount into both. One's going to spill over because it was already more full to start with. And so these kids take things in, they absorb it. They, by the way, without our help, they have trouble differentiating what's mine and what's theirs. So these are the kids who can also walk into a room, and I know you've written a lot about this, Judith, and pick up the argument that happened, the tension, the anger, the threat that was issued. They can't name it, they don't know how to make sense of it, but they're still feeling it. And now they're getting more likely to get pushed into overwhelm just by receiving this input that logically they haven't processed or made sense of.